us, even when we are rebels, fighting you, you still come. Oh, what a loving God you are. What a loving Father you are. That in our rebel behavior and attitudes, your love has not driven you away into anger, but you keep pursuing after us. We are grateful. We come this morning, we want to hear of your word. Help us to grow in it. Help us to walk in your word. Lord, it is our desire, but as Jesus could say, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. We need your strength, Lord. Help us to keep washing like the faithful servant until their master returns. Father, we thank you. God, and you open our eyes, the eyes of our understanding, that will comprehend your word, that will live, will digest it, will feed on it. But bless us, Lord. Be glorified in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Can anybody give her a quick summary? Which book are we discussing now? Oh, you are not being the last story. But we are not changing our book. Just tell me the last book you are in. The last book you remember you are studying. Okay, somebody open the door for the 3rd John. It's just a single chapter. We said was, to whom was that book written? Any one of you? They wrote that book to whom? It was written by John. Okay, it was written to Gaius. It was a short letter John wrote to Gaius, one of his spiritual sons. And what prompted the writing? What caused John to write this letter?
So, we started borrowing. Yeah, it's not about so much those, but you know the points they are actually points that we have to look at and we gotta live it, especially when we are Christians. So this is why, like, every time Pastor talk about it, other things talk to me. So this is why you see me now always speaking on it. But when you were talking about Gaia, one of the points that actually stuck to me concerning, I know we've been talking about many things, but you talk about prayers. When because of the attitude of Gaia he was doing, he was not doing because he wanted for John to see, or because he was doing it on R7. But now he was doing it because of this act. It prompted make John up and all his other spiritual children, it prompted him to pray for them.
Okay.
He started to pray.
Okay.
And then in that process, he made a statement in that he said that because of that thing that happened, it's not everything you will do or pray for yourself. There are some time people will pray for you because of what you're doing.
What you're doing.
Yeah, your eye towards people, or how you honor people, how you say people, or how you work. Or even like us, our pastors see us the way we submit or doing things in the church. That's encourage our pastors to pray for all. And then you came to the other point about when, because we're working, we talk about they say when you're doing stuff in the church, like appreciation.
Yeah.
Because you want for somebody to appreciate you.
Yeah.
And Gaia was not doing it because he was thinking about appreciating him. So he was doing it unto God. Because this is why we should work unto God. We should look at God. But within that point, I said to a guy, a question in that place too. I just drive him a spirit from there. I don't know if I can.
Yeah, you brought a question other day, we answered some, but I don't know which one again, but we'll still go to that. But you're talking about when we are doing things, because Jesus warned on that when you see his teaching on the Beatitude, he warned the people that when they even go to pray, they should go in a closet. That was the idea behind it. When your closet means pray not to show up that people should see you. He said if you do something and you wish to get a praise from men, they do not also need a reward from God because you are already getting your praise from men. If you are doing something for men to see you, if you are doing something for men to recognize you, if your intention is for a human recognition, he didn't say no to it, but he said you have already gotten your reward. I mean, you don't wait on God again to reward you. But when you go to pray, and you pray privately, that closet he used, it was not the closet we have on the wall here. That you come with everybody can have me want to pray to you the number, everybody ready to pray will go inside. That closet means when you're praying, forget about the outside. Focus yourself to God. It's just between you and God. Talk to God. It should not be of showing up. Whether you know how to pray in tongues, you know how to do other things, those kind of things should not be. Don't show up. That was the essence Jesus was proving. Yes, come with your question.
Yeah, my question still led to what you're saying, because this is where I was actually coming from. Because we're talking about doing things, and we are human.
Yeah.
And the Bible also make us to understand that iron sharpening iron.
Mm-hmm.
We should encourage one another.
Very well.
And yes, so, and even the God that we serve talk about appreciating God.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that process, then you in the church, because we bring it down to the church. You in the church, you working. I know sometimes your mind will not be that you're thinking on for somebody to appreciate you.
Yeah.
But there are sometimes people go on appreciating other people. Even that can click to somebody.
Yeah.
That they say, oh, but why do it myself? But me, my concern is that there are some people, they need to be motivated, even though they're doing some things,
yeah.
but they need to be motivated. And people can be motivated in a different ways.
Fashions.
And yeah. And then when it comes to, like, you working in the church, but now, maybe I just want for somebody to show concern
that you are doing.
That let's say that, and to just recognize that at least you're doing something. I believe that can even encourage somebody that you do not, or not just say, for example, you're doing this thing, then tomorrow you just feel like you don't want to, you feel maybe slack, you don't want to do it, but then in fact they start to put you like, they show that you're not, in fact you're not even valid, you're not even doing anything about that. And nothing, nobody even show anything that you did anything in the church to even show that kind of concern, to even show that whether you value or the things you were doing, at least for somebody to say, oh, but what happened, or at least to talk to you or something. Yeah. Is that not necessary to be done in the church?
Those are human relations. They can be, they cannot be. But my caution to all of us that on last Sunday was, don't have it in your mind. In case it happens, it's a bonus, or it's a good thing if somebody can do encourage you.
But then what the Bible says, encourage one another, iron sharpening iron.
Yes, the iron sharpening iron, there are many ways you can look at it. It's not just because it did something, people come to say thank you. And when they're sharpening you too, my great idea here is, if your mind is on that someone will come to sharpen you while you're doing what they're doing, you will miss the mark. If they come to sharpen you, they have done very well. But if they didn't come, your mind should not be on it that they will come to appreciate me. If your mind is on, they will come to appreciate you, good. But Jesus said you have gotten your reward. That's my advice to all of us. If you are going that somebody will come to appreciate you, if that your intention doing it, it's not bad, but your reward is already given you.
So what happens if you don't have the intention about that, but you're doing it? Then tomorrow, let's say that when I speak on the slackness, then you do not see anybody even doing, to even show concern about what, or even maybe to just come to encourage you to talk to you now. Maybe you slacking somebody come because like people can be in the church, they can start to, maybe they can slap, maybe they're facing some problem.
Yeah,
they need somebody to come to talk to them.
I know.
So nobody shows from you. Don't think that person way.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's human relations. There are people who are built differently. There are people who understand you when you are going slack. There are some people who they may not even see you when you're going slack. There are people who are to come around you and encourage you. There are just some people, we are all different in our relations to one another.
But for you, pastor, now in the church, it's nothing that...
Even as a pastor, you are just another human being. Yeah. A pastor is not a particular person.
I'm saying you are the hair over there. And I think, I believe that you are the hair. You should be able to spark some of these things.
Yeah,
He knows
I should
these
be
things
able.
to know.
I should be able, but it should be my character. That's why you should know about me. Not because I'm a pastor, then I have all the characteristics of the human relationship. No. We are all different. Different people react differently. Some people see you. Some people appreciate you without telling you. There are some of my spiritual children who appreciate me. They have never told me, oh, thank you, this one. But I see in them that inside them, they appreciate me. I see them, I know that they appreciate me. There are some people who are, we call them overt people. They openly tell you what they feel or how they think about things. There are just people who are covert. They don't express what they feel about you, whether they feel bad or feeling good. They don't tell you. They just leave it like that. Everything remains in. We are all different, made up differently. Huh? No, that's how they are made. That's how they are made. That's how you react to things. Somebody will not react to that. There are some people, as I do something to them, they can't even allow you to go out. They will stay right there and tell you. And there are some people that give small space between them. They can't tell you. There are some people they will never tell you. But that's how they are made. That's how they are made. But that's how you are made.
I feel when I keep it there, it will maybe to keep.
Wait, they share resemble this, but they are not the same. Please look at them. Yeah. They resemble somehow, but they are different. Yeah. So they will serve you differently. They share is also different from the one you own. Both of them will serve you differently. We are all made differently with different characters. But my advice still remains to us. From the first day I came, maybe to the church or wherever, I didn't come that the pastor here or the members there would tell me, thank you for serving. If they did it, very good. If they didn't do it, I was doing it as unto the Lord.
So what will happen? That I'm doing something, then I stop doing it. But then sometimes you see people will come after you and they start castigating for you are doing this thing, but then they start talking that you stop, they start talking all kinds of things against you, but they will not even want to come back to praise you what you were doing before. That's
human nature. You don't need to do one bad thing. You don't need to do two bad things.
But is that supposed to be in the church?
To measure you as bad.
Is that supposed to be in the church because we're supposed to encourage one another?
We are supposed to do it. We are supposed to encourage. Is it always everything that even written in the Bible we do? No. They are just some we are able to do. They are just some we struggle doing. Is that true?
Yes.
Even when they tell the evangelists, the Bible has told the evangelists, just what we struggle with. Sometimes my past whole month we can't talk to somebody. Is that true?
Sure.
Yeah. we are all different and we respond to things differently. And we come again that our intention to work for God should be for God and we want reward from God. If Joseph was looking for a pat on the back, he would have messed up things long time when he took him to Egypt. Because there was nobody to give him pat on the back. All the good work he did, there was no pat until they had to put him in jail. He spent many years there, finding out that God took him to where he was taking him. There was nobody to give him a pat on the back for what he would do. So if we're doing it, even being a slave, he still called God's name and stood for God's name. Even though no pat on the back, nobody tells, oh, Joseph here be doing very well. Yeah, the name of God has been praised here. Nobody talking anything, but he still stood for God. So when we're standing for God, whether somebody comes in, somebody didn't come in, let's go for God. If somebody comes in for me, it's just a bonus. If they don't come in, I was doing it for God, not for me, not as unto. Okay, let's read the passage again. We'll hear it again. 3 John chapter, that's just 3 John, beginning from verse 9. We were there last week, so you don't have to go there. Okay, let me start reading from the King James Version. Verse 9 says, I wrote unto the church, but Diotrephes, who loveth to have the preeminence. That means the first among everybody. That was preeminence. You want to be at the top. Among them, receive us not. He didn't give open door. Wherefore, if I come, I will remember his deeds, which he doeth, prating against us with malicious words, and not content therewith, neither doth he himself receive the brethren, and forbiddeth them that would, and casted them out of the church. He went ahead. He refused new teachers to come in to teach. He even prevented people from hosting them, and anybody who attempted to host them, he threw the person out of the church. Beloved, follow not that which is evil, but that which is good. He that doeth good is of God, but he that doeth evil hath not seen God. Demetrius had good report of all men and of the truth in itself. Yea, and we also bear record, and ye know that our record is true. I had many things to write, but I would not write with ink and pen, write unto thee. But I would not, rather, with ink and pen write unto thee, but I trust I shall shortly see thee, and we shall speak face to face. Peace be to thee. Our friends salute thee. Greet the friends by name. We talked about Diotrephes last week. His character, I said that character has not yet died. The character is still alive in the church today. It's well alive in the church today. We may come to church. I said some of us, the main thing that you got to be pastor to do the behavior of Diotrephes. No. Diotrephes was a leader in the church, of course, but people are either leaders or not leaders, but they will make sure they must be the one at the forefront. If they are not the ones at the forefront, they will hinder anything that will go on. Yes. How do we hinder the things from going on? How the Diotrephic behavior going on today in our churches, how are they going on? How do we do it?
So, I know, because you said, but the media talk it this way. We talk about, we look up to God, but people when I encourage, so I see the point from reference on that point will make people, because if not everybody maybe will be strong or be thinking that, oh, I'm doing it that way, but when it comes to that kind of attitude, this is why I can make some people, they can't go forward. Because let's just say, for example, maybe, I don't know how to say, singing or let's say, or preaching or teaching. Then let's say now we're teaching. And myself, I get that kind of passion to teach. But then you will not allow me to do it. That alone can quench my spirit, can pull me down from doing it. So I see these are the kind of things that happen when you are doing it. So this is what happened to me. If I ask somebody what I expect for them to give me that way and they're not helping me, they can bring me down. I don't know if this is how.
Yeah, but the Diotrephic here, okay. It has a slight meaning onto what I said, in the case that it could be true that some people could see gifts in people and don't give expression to the gifts in those people. Don't allow.
But what you say about him, he only want him to be him.
Yeah,
it shouldn't be anybody. So if I see somebody like that, it should be only you, that alone. Okay, let me put it this way. It will cause you that. It will make me, okay, only you now then, if I'm not strong enough to maybe to be able to stand up for myself, I can say I'll always look up to you now. Like Lord say, when I come,
Yeah,
and then
that's
you're
what I
supposed to-
said. I
you're
said
supposed
some
to
people,
pray.
if they see people with gifts,
When you're supposed to pray,
like let's say I'm a teacher, right? But I saw somebody with a teaching gift, but I want to be the only one sitting here. I will not allow this person to express their teaching gift. I must make sure I remain there alone. They will not have the opportunity. They will not be given room to come out to give expression to that gift that is in them.
yeah, and that's where my point are coming from because that issue now, maybe it might even put fear in me when I come, even if you're not around, I'm supposed to do it, it can even make me, I say, then I'll be looking up to you. Instead of my focus being like, I say, oh, myself, I can do it, and then maybe my focus be people from here, I don't know.
But the question I asked, I think
you
you didn't go directly to the question. My question is, what are those behavior we're doing that are that behavior of the Diotrephes? The Diotrephes did things in the church. I said that behavior is still running in our churches today. What are some of those behaviors that we can carry on to show that this is the same thing the Diotrephes were doing in the church?
For me, I would say some of the Diotrephes behavior would be that if I know that, okay, I was just putting my shoe out, I don't praise and worship here. But if I get to praise and worship, I know other people got potential to praise and worship.
Yeah.
They have that time and say that church there, when you do the thing here, they can't do no one, they can't do no one. They are trying to make other people to not do.
Yeah, you discourage,
Yeah,
right? You carry
discouraging people to not do.
discouraging statement to people.
Yeah.
So you can remain alone there. Nobody
Yeah.
else to do it. So you can be the only one. One could be what? Discourage or carry false news or gossip.
Yeah.
So what will happen if it's really or true that, like she said, and people discourage you when it happens?
No, we're not going that direction. We still want to point out those behavior that show that this eye is a
But this
Diotrephes eye.
behavior can grow because
No, let's not point out the behavior now. Then we'll come to how they can be applied in people's life. We got to point out. That's my question for us. Let's discuss the question. Then we come to how they can be applied. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. Let us go to how this behavior. Let us recognize the behavior in the church. How do we find them when we don't know it? Are we understanding what I'm talking about? We got to know what behavior, we got to show out this behavior is a Diotrephes behavior. So we can know now how is it affecting the church. How do we deal with it? Am I on course?
Yeah, you are on course.
Let's get on. Let's come up with those things that look like Diotrephes behavior. What are some of those things? Somebody mentioned they could be in a position. That person is in a position, but I said some people they are not in a position, but they will make sure since they are not there, nobody should go there. So how can we carry on some of those acts? The example she gave, she was in a position, but she tried to discourage everyone else who will gather. And tell you this thing, when you do it, they will be like this. When you graduate, when you do this one, the people will behave. They want how they can behave. Just for you to get discouraged and not gather.
And somebody can be people be inferior, like you're a teacher and I'm not a teacher, but because I'm being inferior to you, and I start discouraging you. Because the thing that you're doing, I'm not capable of doing that thing that you can do. Then I start discouraging you, Pastor, to not do it.
Okay, she gave another example. Somebody could feel incompetent, or they will call the word inferior, and the person who is there doing it, they could go and discourage the person from doing it. Is that true also? Yes. Some of us who could feel, and she just hit one point about being incompetent. Diotrephes might have had similar problem with incompetence. Because if somebody came here to teach, then I start preventing the person from teaching. It's like I'm not to some level, I'm afraid of that person's potential sin to look before the congregation will be higher. So I don't want somebody to come and outshine me in a place and steal the show from me. If the person comes, what the person will do? They will steal the show from me. The same thing I was talking about, if you have the mind that the people stealing show from people, if people even thinking that stealing show from them, that means their mind, they got human rewards. If you want the people to praise you, you want for the people to applaud you, at the time when you're doing teaching, you're preaching, you're sweeping, you're doing anything, you are afraid someone else will do it better. But if you're doing it unto God, you will not see other people as being part of what you are doing, not somebody outshining somebody. When they come to do it, they are just doing the job you are doing. If I was sweeping here and somebody came to join sweep, we are just making the work easier and not making it to show who's doing it better. If the issue is not from our end, we'll find out what are some of the things we can still think about to show that this is a Diotrephes attitude. Let's look in our churches. Let's look in our community. It may not just be in AG Church. Whatever church you have visited, whatever group you have been with as a church, what behavior. Maybe, let's take it from the church you saw in other form of organizations. Something went there, but the reason I don't want us to get to other organizations, for that one, they are doing it for the flesh, so people want to you want the glory from people that you not want glory from me, let's say from God. So this one we're talking about having your reward from God. So in the churches, what are those things that are going on that resemble the behavior of Diotrephes? What are some things that somebody could do? What's about concealing information? Hiding information. We know what we hiding information? Now information came to the church. Maybe by mail or so. I received the mail. And I don't want that thing to be done in the church. What would I do?
Keep it to yourself.
I keep the mail, right? Yeah. Or whether it was a message or telephone call or whatever thing that came in that, oh, we want this thing to happen or this one and I'm against it, since maybe it didn't come from you or will not be benefiting me directly. So what will I do? I conceal the information. I keep it until it is belated. And sometimes we deliberately, oh, they gave me the letter, I forgot the last time, I kept it somewhere. And I just to pretend, because I know that in the end they will ask about the letter they sent him one day. So I will come when it is belated already. That means there's no way now we can prepare or we can be part of what will be happening, or somebody can come to do what we'll be doing. Then I come to give the message, or I come to reveal the mail that came in. I conceal the mail because it was not benefiting me personally, or it was going to challenge what I'm doing. Either it was not benefiting me or going to challenge what I'm doing. For that reason, I conceal that information. That's still a Diotrephes behavior in our churches that are going on. Concealing the information. Some people could even conceal revelation given to them by God. Something could be happening in the church and have been revealed to you. This thing, let the church do this one. When they do this one, this will happen for the church. Or maybe we're praying for somebody or for some specificity who have gone through it for a whole week. There's no answer. But God told you, hey, this is so. This is the cause of this one that happening so. Or let the church do it like this, do it like this, do it like this. And you don't want it happen. What do? You keep the revelation you receive. Because when you give it, that result you don't want will come.
Or maybe somebody had a revelation and send you the here, they tell you to tell the church. You see, because and now the revelation not come from you, it should not come from anybody, so you will not give it. Only you, God will reveal the so other people, when they gave you, they said, no, when I'm me, I can't get that revelation, not you.
Hey. We are still discussing Third John here. The letter to Gaius. And they are mentioning Diotrephes in the church. How he hindered other teachers from coming to the church or other missionaries. And when they came, he didn't give room to them. And somebody who tried hosting them, he put those people out of the church. He did not just stop them from coming, but anybody who attempted to host them or to do anything to help them, they are coming. He excommunicated the person for the church. The Diotrephes behavior. We are saying that don't think that I should be one of the leaders. I said that anybody can do it. You don't have to be a leader in the church to carry on that behavior. You can be anybody in the church yet you carry on this behavior. You are there. As long as it is not you, it should not be anybody. Last week I talked about even some relationship. I saw some people have, was it on Facebook or I saw the thing or was on a YouTube video somewhere. This guy went and started loving the girl. The girl didn't want him alive, wanted to love the different person, and he went there. He said, "It can't be me. It can't be anybody." Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Some people can be. They can come to you. They say it will cause me to die. I will die, but it can't be me. If I will kill, I will kill. It can't be me. It can't be anybody. Besides the church, there are people like that. So that nature in that person comes to the church. That nature has not yet died. Will still behave in the church. You know that, right? That behavior naturally, that how he behaves, he or she. Some women who can be there. She said, as long as it is not me, nobody else will go there. Nobody can make it. I will make sure nothing can work. Yeah. He said, if it is not about me, it will not work. Then we can now come to see the effect that can create in the church, as Brother Sam was coming out to talk about. When those things are happening, what are the results in the church? What happens to people in the church? What happens to the activities in the church? What happens to the overall growth of the church?
That's declining. Because that's slacking.
Like the person who received a word of knowledge or whatever it was, and the king told the heir who was there, and because it was not the person who received it, so the next time that person's spirit is quenched now, right? Yeah. Even in prayer, the person will start declining in their prayer life. Because that zeal that was in them, that was causing them to go on fire, somebody is burning it down.
When the person get message, they will not want to get rid of it.
Yeah, that will cause you to drain down. Because as you receive a message and you didn't give the message out, what happened the next time? God will come to you. God will not deal with you. He will want to deal with somebody who is ready to give the message.
So, will that be the person's responsibility? The person who received the message, like Daniel said, the person received a revelation and told the pastor or the head, and the head refused to pass on that information.
Yeah.
So, are you saying that God will not come back? So will God not go back to that person and give any revelation, or the pastor?
Not the pastor. It is that person we're talking about. What effect is producing in the life of this person?
But the person wasn't responsible. God gave the person the message, and the person didn't want to just walk up protocol and went to the head and told the head.
Yes.
For the head to pass on the message. So why would that person be responsible for God not giving them another message?
Yeah, that the issue they said, the person the next time they got a message, they will not can say it.
Yeah, they will not can say it.
They said due to what the pastor did to them, next time they got a message, they will not can say it. And since they're keeping the message unto themselves, God will use different person and not will use them. You understand it now? Because
let me understand something.
Yeah.
Sometimes, okay, if the person had a revelation and tell you the pastor, and then you don't want to just say it right away.
No, we're not talking about right away. We're talking about you consider completely it didn't come to life at all until the something time passed.
Because you don't want the congregation to see that person.
The issue for which you the pastor or you the leader, whether a prayer leader or what leader, you didn't want to do it, you think that you should be the one God should speak to bring that message. Say it didn't come from you, they came from a different person. You're not giving it up. You step on it, it can't go. And we say, so what effect will it have on the church? That's what we're discussing now.
Okay, so Pastor, to a big question to leader's question. So if the person who gave the pastor the revelation, the pastor
the leader could
okay, that was just the leader the revelation. And the leader refused to deliver the revelation. What if God gave another revelation to that person, and that person go and give the revelation to a particular person? Would that person be disobedient to leadership?
Oh, I understand what you mean. The person this time received a message. The person didn't go to the person they went to before, because when they went to them, they stepped it down, they went to a different person. What is happening in the church here now? split, right?
Yeah.
You see the effect we're talking about? When you do it, what effect will happen in the church? They will start having divisions.
And remember the first person that went to that was the pastor.
Let's say was a leader.
My
said
right,
leader.
not because mention pastor, not just
general as I said,
Yeah.
leaders.
We say
Because it was not always pastor to go
Yeah,
to.
it could be leader.
For me, if I have revelation with the first person I will run to, I will run to the pastor. So if we hold on to the pastor, then I just want to say, if we hold on to the pastor,
I understand for you.
Tell the pastor.
I'm not speaking in particular to you. We're speaking in general to everybody. When we are in the church, we have leaders, right?
Yeah.
Prayer leaders, this one leader, that one. Suppose in the prayer team, you have the prayer team has a leader. When you receive a revelation, to whom do you carry?
The leader.
The prayer leader. You don't go to the pastor. You don't go to the pastor.
For the prayer leader, but there are some revelations.
Whatever revelation you receive, you are not the one to carry. That's a road of communication. They have changed.
Yeah,
Even your workplace, you don't go to your supervisor until you go to your team lead. It's your team lead who's supposed to go to your supervisor. You don't jump to your supervisor.
So what will happen in the case when I tell my prayer leader and then my prayer leader does not want to do anything?
That's what we're talking about now. What will start happening here now? Division, disobedience. Because what you should be doing to your prayer leader, you are not doing now. You will jump over your prayer leader to go where? To the pastor. And is it a good thing in the church? Is it a line of communication? No. We see the effect they're creating in the church. It's damaging to the church. As long as we are playing that role of Diotrephes in our own capacity, whatever role we play, because when we just limit it to the pastor, we will only limit ourselves in dealing with the problem. Suppose the problem is solved with the pastor. If you go to the pastor with a problem, he will not have it. But we're talking about leaders, and those leaders begin to have it. So we generalize them so that anybody who is doing it should know that it will affect the church, not just the pastor. Anybody in their leadership capacity, when you do the different behavior, it will affect the church. It's not only the bishop, it's not only the apostle.
So that this is why, because we're speaking pastor, but now you are clarifying it, so this is why then we can see that you should be able to go to your leader, but every one of our focus will be on pastor. So for the clarity, it will make us want to say, oh, we should do it this way, because you did not say it like that. So
I think that's the real role of communication, right? Any group you're in, the leader you have in that group, when you have a problem, the first thing to deal with is the leader in that group. That's why they have a superintendent in the county. From the superintendent, you come to they make cities. They put mayors into the cities. They got city mayors. You don't jump over the city mayor and go to the superintendent. Or you come to each community has some leaders. They got community leaders. That means when there's a problem first, the person in that place can address it. Except it is beyond the person, the people can take it now to where it is supposed to be. But the line of communication is as it starts that very low area. You don't jump over the person who is the head over you to go to the overall boss. The line of communication. In other places, they will not even listen to you.
And sometimes, some pastor, if you in the church and you get prayer leaders and you have a kind of vision, the pastor, if you go straight to the pastor, it has no pastor, they'll say, oh, did you discuss it with the prayer leader, or did you tell the prayer leader? Just like that.
Because they know that's the communication line. You're supposed to go.
Everybody will know this line, so I think it's important for the line to be teach. It's supposed to know this thing while they can pastor making this thing clear. Because it's not everybody that know. You might think somebody will know, but they don't know. They just feel that this is the way that we find the person they believe on, they trust him. Yeah, because some people can trust people too.
Okay.
Because some people will tell you, say, God can speak to me. That when you God can speak to me. That's the thing some people can say. That leader will say, that God can speak to me, God supposed to speak to me before he speak to you. In case that will not you, God speak to
Yeah, that's what we're saying. The Diotrephes behavior should not be in us because it will cause damage to the church of God. And will cause harm to the church of God. We think he said we're doing it to somebody here. Even though the people here will receive physical impact, but you are doing it to God. When we go to the book of Acts, when Paul was leaving the era of Crete, he called all the leaders from the churches around there. They all gathered. to bid them farewell. He said going to Jerusalem. They told him that we're going to tie him or going to do all kinds of things. He said you are willing to die for the sick. And he knew that you were not going to come back. So he called the people. And he told them, my hand is free of your blood. But now those leaders who are the church, he told them to take heed over the flock that God had made them shepherd. They should take heed of them. He said God bought them with his own blood. They should take heed. So when we come to the church, when we're doing something against the church, quote unquote, thinking we're doing it to one pastor here, we're doing it to one leader there, we're doing it to some group of people here. We are not just doing it to those people, we are doing it to God. That's his church. He bought the church with his own blood. It's a candid warning. Let's keep it at heart and know that when we're harming somebody here in the church, we are not just harming that person, we are doing it unto God. You remember when God called Abraham? He told him, don't fight for yourself. And then one who fights you, I will fight the person. And then one who blesses you, I will bless the person. So when he has his church, that's his heartbeat, that he bought with his own blood. When you are doing something to them, be well what you're doing. You are not just doing it to that person, you are doing it to God. Let's be well how we deal with people in the church. Because those people are not just ordinary. When they were outside, they were not God's children, they were ordinary. But as they declare themselves God's children, they are no more ordinary. They become special. Ephesians says they have been sealed with a mark of ownership. They are not ordinary people. They belong to God. Okay. We still have 2 minutes. Any questions we can deal with? Huh?
We're still good.
Any question? We're closing the book of 3 John today. We started with first, how do we start the book? With Gaius. John is blessing him. John is praying for him. The wish of John is that Gaius will prosper and be in good health, even as his soul prosper. Then we may mention that there are things we will not need to pray for ourselves. There are just some actions we need to do. People will pray for us. The actions Gaius took, he didn't pray to be prosperous. He didn't pray for his soul to be prosperous. John was the one on his knee praying for him. Then we came to the point that what can your pastor or your leaders or God be proud of you of? What can your parents, what can your spouses be proud of you of? What are you doing? Because when John wrote this letter, he told Gaius, he said, you are my pride. He was boasting of this man, his spiritual son. He was glad to have Gaius as a spiritual son. I said, what can your husband, what can your wife, what can your parents, what can your children be boastful of you about? What can they be proud about you concerning? What are you doing as an individual? That the church, that God, we even mentioned Job, who said God was serious before Lucifer. He said, have you seen my servant Job? Nobody in the earth is faithful like that man. Lucifer said, oh, stop doing nothing. You have blessing with everything. God said, no, forget it. It's not the material I have given him. He is a faithful man. And they went to the challenge. Job was able to prove God right. He didn't prove him wrong. Can God boast of us? What are we doing that God could boast of us? How are we living our lives? Can our pastor boast of us? What are we doing day and night? So it brings us to the summary of the book of, now to close down with what the Diotrephes were doing in the church. He was there, not allowing missionaries to come in, not allowing other teachers to come. He was hindering them. He didn't just hinder them. Anybody who attempted to host them, he put that person outside of the church, that he alone should remain there and nobody should be there. So those there's communication going on. And we said those are attitudes. I ask questions that nobody can happening with my time.
So how can we get rid of that attitude?
Maybe we'll come down, we can talk about. No, I'm not advise people that they should be well what they're doing, but getting rid of that, maybe we can discuss it another time.
Pastor said,
The pastor have 5 minutes there. So that attitude.
Cassie, trust it, come by yourself. I let her do that. That's the question comes back to us. Different behavior. How do we do it? Because there is a warning to it.
Yes.
When we are doing it against God. So we should keep watch. How do we get rid of it? How do we deal with the situation?
By prayer.
One. Number one said by prayer.
That's
But
what
two, I
the first
say
thing.
engage him.
Yes, that's why I'm gonna say
You
confrontation.
just praying and not know what he's doing. What is the church leadership?
No, I think the person who has a problem are the person we're trying to directly address, right?
That's
You who got that behavior,
Yeah.
how do you
Yes.
get rid
But
of it? How
that's
do
the
you
question,
deal
that's
with
the
it?
question people answering.
But also it's possible I could have the behavior I don't know.
Yeah,
So if you don't engage
a
me,
confrontation.
Okay, there another point there.
Yeah.
Confrontation.
Yeah,
if you don't
In love,
Call me
confront
to-
the person what?
in love.
In love.
Even
Yes.
if you cannot confront the person, it maybe I will feel that, God forbid, the pastors are the one who in the thing, and I don't have the face to fix it. Then I will go to somebody like if that my husband who having it to fix your behavior, I'll go to Pastor Zeze and talk to him. This is the thing that I noticed with Pastor T, because I can't look in his face to confront him. Pastor will be able to look in his face, or Pastor Genesis will look in his face and confront him
Okay.
and say there's a member say something else was see. So that can help too.
Anybody else? From back there, you quiet. Come in.
Yeah, okay.
The children behavior, how do we deal with it? That behavior that you don't want to be the Ramo.
I know.
The one man
I'm
show.
going to show. Kill all the bad men and rescue the people.
Yeah, how do we deal with the Ramo spirit? Okay. You see that? You got Britain out there, he's sitting with, hey, you wanted the meal over there?
And so I think I want to add that the Bible tells us in Matthew, Jesus said, such people with that behavior, first thing, not to gossip about them, but to engage that prayer, constructively. So if you try to engage the person constructively and then they heed, I would say, invite another prayer. So that 3 approaches you have to take
Yeah.
before you write them off. So I think it would be better if we follow that procedure, the biblical procedure, before we write the person off, or before we take a decision. Other than that, we might end up in the wrong as well. We would just be like him as well, what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think my own point is because I know we engage and do all these things, but I do believe that the person got to realize or recognize first their act, whether it is wrong. Because if I put him back and I feel that what I'm doing is right, it will be so difficult for us to solve that problem. Then we talk about prayer, and before even we pray, we have to know that this thing is wrong. Then we go to God to pray. So I think these are.
Thank you all. There are no 5 minutes they gave us.
Pastor. Pastor try to kill our family.
Is the camera on?
No.
Since the camera is not on, I can't leave you in darkness. I'll have to make it some way, somehow official. Today will be my last Sunday here. I'm traveling to Liberia. Yeah. I'm just going there for demons. That's why they didn't announce it before. Even my family don't know that I'm going there. I want to go Nicodemus and just appear. Boom, they say,
Facebook coming
they're not even coming
early.
with me at the airport. They don't know where I'm going. I'm going to pick up from the airport and just go home.
Christmas coming here.
They don't know me. They don't know me.
Surprise package for everybody.
So when Christmas over,
Huh?
Why you
what
wait
about
that
Christmas?
I come out for the New Year. I'll come between Christmas and New Year.
My Christmas was over. The man to see his family. You know,
They want to see your family.
Yeah.
you get my blood over there. You know.
That's what you-
Okay, we were talking about how do we solve the problem, right? People gave good ideas. Number 1, we pray. Number 2, we consult. Number 3, go to God directly. And the best way we can live as Christians, same way I want to take heed of ourselves. If somebody came to you and told you that they observe some behavior on you, I don't think Christians should be defensible. Christians should be broken-hearted people, right? When you have a contrite spirit and you saw somebody coming to you, that's the love of God is sharing with you. There's nowhere to show defense. I'm not wrong. I'm supposed to do it. No. If they didn't see it as wrong, they could not have told you. Even if you know it to be right, so long they see it as wrong, take it as something that is not going well. So that's one way to deal with such problem, to recognize yourself as being wrong. That the thing they're saying, if it were not wrong, they couldn't have told me. In fact, they would say that wrong should affect the doer. Mistakes, Lord say. One philosopher told me that at the University of Liberia, they said the mistake should affect the doer. If you came to me, my cup was here, you took it, you broke it, so I'm sure that a mistake. Your mistake you made, you bring in my cup, or you bring a new one. Because your mistake should not affect you. If that mistake, it will remain mistake when that your own cup. But then that's not your cup. You understand it, right? Yeah, that's what the philosopher said. He said the mistake should affect the doer. They consider that mistake. That one was mistake. But it affected the different person. It's up to that person to judge it. They say no, pay for it. He said, oh, mistake. They say, bring my cup. Everything he talking mistake. Bring my cup. So the mistake should affect the doer. So when you're doing something that affecting other people, don't take it to say it was not bad thing. The way I said it was good. My voice not bad. My this not this. I'm not this way. I'm not that way. The best thing to do as a Christian is to be humble. When you are humble, when you are broken down, that's the point Jesus struck. He said you should be born again. Thank you. I'll see you next month.